Alright guys, this is for the giveaway for the video of the CRX V20 vid. There's only 2 comments. So it was Larry Page and Christopher Suarez. So we're gonna hit the spin and see who's the winner. Larry Page, you're the winner. DM me on Instagram at 5-Star Garage, your address, and I'll send that out to you. Congratulations. Alright guys, so I showed you the oven that I had got for free for powder coating. I've been looking for a sandblasting cabinet. I had found one. It was a real good cabinet. It was a good brand. It was, I think it's called Sandblaster. They were around like $700, $800 for a cabinet. But the deal fell short, so I'm still looking for one. But in the meantime, I found this. Basically, I went to Harborfreight. Basically, I went to Harborfreight and I bought this. It's basically just a portable abrasive blaster kit, and it's pretty simple. I mean, you just put it in with some media and put your air gun to it and everything, and it just showed out some air with some abrasive media on it. So I'm just gonna try it out, see how it goes. I just want to start learning and start baking some things to learn about powder coating. I'm just gonna try it on the valve cover I got for the GSR head. The paint was already kind of coming off, so I just want to see how it does, see if it takes off the paint, you know, just you know, play around with it and play around with the tools and see how I like it, and see if it's worth anything. You know, it's pretty cheap to get, and the media's pretty cheap. Well, it's working pretty good, guys. As you can see, I was just barely giving it anything really, and see if the lens is clean. And you can tell it's pretty clean. The finish is really nuts. It's like very fine sandpaper, very fine. So it has a pretty good finish on it. I don't see it really pitting anywhere or taking the aluminum too far down. I think that's a pretty good grit size. So yeah, it works. Hey, for the money, it works. It does do a lot of splashback on your face, so I'm not wearing anything on my face right now. I probably need to get a mask and a respirator, but again, like I said, I'm just trying it out, just trying to play with it and see if it was gonna work, you know, for my needs. But it looks like it's gonna work. I'm gonna try to sandblast this. I'm gonna try to sandblast this valve cover so we can get it. So I can play with the powder coating and stuff. I do have another valve cover for the single cam that doesn't have anything on it. I might still shoot it just to give it a better texture. But I'm gonna go ahead and sandblast those just so I can, you know, like I said, play with it and learn the system and learn how to do everything. Hey, this is a win. So I'm gonna try sandblasting a little bit more, and we'll see how it turns out. Alright guys, so this is 30 minutes of sandblasting. It did a pretty good job. It made quick work of the paint on here. There might be some little leftover paint on here that I might not have gotten, but overall it pretty much cleaned it up. Cleaned it up pretty good. I did notice with the machine here that it does I did notice with the machine that it does use a lot of media up. It likes to shoot a lot of it out. I don't know if I could modify and, you know, put like a valve here so I can not let so much media come out as fast that it usually does. But I mean it did pretty good. I mean, I don't know how much it really took. That's what I have left right now. You know, not much on that, but I didn't really pour it much either. I didn't really weigh, but this is still pretty heavy. Maybe 10 pounds. Maybe I put 10 pounds in it, and maybe that's what I used. That does seem kind of excessive, but I mean, it did a pretty good job. I really liked the way it came out. You know, like I said, I'm just trying to figure out powder coat. I'm just now trying to figure out powder coating, so it was fun. Plus the sandblasting, you know, just learning that and learning how that works. So for me, it was just pretty fun to learn. I did tape up these fittings right here, so these aluminum fittings, they wouldn't, you know, get damaged. I left this on here, and I did hit a little bit of it, but I mean, this oil cap, it's just a, you know, an oil cap that it came with. I'm gonna probably change this out. I left it in because I wanted to protect the threads in the oil cap, so oil seal. So I didn't want to go through and, you know, have to tape it up or anything. I just left the cap in there. All right, guys, literally a couple days after I sandblasted that valve cover, this deal came up and pretty much got it for free. This is a sandblasting cabinet that I picked up. It's a 36-inch wide sandblasting cabinet. It's industrial. It's by Trinco. This one has the top that comes up. It does have some new glass that I have to install. It has the side door here. That's the big hopper, and it did come with a whole bunch of extra stuff. You know, it has the foot pedal that probably needs to get fixed. So it has that, and it also has the media separator, the vacuum for the dry blast. And this is the blower. Everything comes in here, and it just recirculates pretty much the air, and then all your sediment, your media can go down there. You can take it out and reuse it or whatever like that. That kind of connects to here. It doesn't have a light, which I think, so I can see the light would go here. It got removed, I think, but it just needs a light, really. I mean, here's the plug that the vacuum goes into. Here's the plug that goes into your wall. Compressor will connect down here. Here's your line to your, I think this is to the pedal. It'd be like right here to the pedal. Boom, goes there, I'm assuming. And then this other line from the pedal would go into the hose that sucks up the blast, that sucks up the media to put in there. The gloves look like they're pretty good shape already, but it did come with two extra gloves. Here's the cable, the line for your gun. It doesn't have a gun in here. I couldn't find one, so that I'm probably gonna use the same gun I have with the trigger. I could go and buy one that doesn't have the trigger, and so I can use the foot pedal more and not have to rely on both. But for now, I'll just use what I have and maybe go ahead and get that later. But it does need some gaskets for the glass. You know, it needs some work, some cleaning up. It is pretty dusty. It was in a warehouse. But for free, for 36 bucks, I was looking at a Harborfreight one, and a lot of people have said when you buy that one, whatever, it's like $189, almost $200, that when you buy that one, it requires a lot of modifications just to make it really usable and for people to use. And it's real small, and it's just, when you buy it for $200, then you're gonna have to put like another $200-300 bucks for special fittings and better quality stuff. You might as well just go and buy yourself a better cabinet. So this one came up. I think this one's like a $2,000 cabinet. Hey, got it for free, not bad. I'm gonna try to clean it up so I can move it up into the garage and find a spot for it. But that's gonna be the new pickup. I'm just gonna clean it up, degrease it. So let's get to work. Well, guys, there it is, all washed up. Looks a lot more blue now. I did get some paint coming off from power washing it, maybe I'll just touch that up, leave it just like that. It don't matter really. It's just gonna be sandblasting cabinet. These things get dirty all the time just from all the media. I try not to get too much inside, so we're good on there. Just knocked off all the dust and the sandblasting material. Need to wipe it up. So I'm gonna let it air dry outside in the sun, and then once it's dried up, we'll start assembling it and see if I can make some room in the garage to put it in there. We'll start putting the glass in, and just, you know, trying to hook it up, trying to figure this all out. So that's the next step. We'll wait for this to dry up, and then we'll go get to it and install it into the garage, and hopefully we got our sandblasting setup going pretty quick. I know it's a big unit. I'm thinking I'm gonna clear out some room right around here. I got some mess. A lot of stuff has to go up into the garage, and I'm not in the garage, the attic. But I'm thinking I'm gonna put it right around here, right by my compressor, with a line there. So I'm thinking I'm gonna move this lawnmower out a little bit and put it there where the toys are at, kind of that area, or move the lawnmower out altogether and just stick it somewhere else, just because it does take up a lot of room in my garage, you know. All right, so I think we got it where we want it. I might move it a little bit more, but this is pretty much, I think, the setup. It's right here, right by the compressor. It's out of the way, so I can put my lawnmower in. I'll just pull the lawnmower this way on the back end, which you can just drag it, and then you can reverse it out, put it back in, and then push this back in to get it back in the spot. But it's looking pretty good here. I got a good light up here. I mean, I did find out that there is a light up here, up on top. There's a clear acrylic right here, and there's a tube in here that does have a light. So I did find that out, but I do have a light right here, right on it, so that'll give me plenty of light to work on too. So I think it's a pretty good spot. Can open up the lid, get in. There's my hopper connections for the compressor. I might, when I need to use this, I might just pull from my reel up here. Pull from my reel, get the connection, and run it over there and connect it. You know, so I don't have to run an extra line to the compressor. But I think that's the setup. Let me go ahead and start putting the acrylic in, the glass, and get it all set up. Looks like you can lift it up here. I think there's supposed to be a latch here too, but you can lift it up, put your stuff in. It's pretty clear. Close it. It's supposed to latch it here, but it's pretty clear. You can see in there into the glass. I mean, hey, for free, even if I use my old sandblasting that I just bought and use that and just be able to contain the blast in here, so I don't have to wear no eye protection or anything, I could just use the gloves in here. It's a win, you know, just for a cabinet. If I get everything else working, good too, but you know, I've already cleaned it up. I gotta go ahead and try to get this blower working, get this. But I think this is a pretty good little setup. Got the compressor, got the cabinet, got everything here. I'll get the parts done. I'll go and I'm probably gonna put this oven, I know it's a little mess over here because I'm doing the CRX stuff. But the oven, I'll probably put that on wheels, which I've already bought, and be able to move that around and bake in other spots, so I can have room to move around, move everything about and whatnot. Just need to look like I probably just need to get some stickers, stick it on there, you know, make it my own. Probably take this number tag off up here and just put, you know, 5-star garage up there, whatever. Got your switch right here for the light. Plug that in. I got some plugs here, down here below. So overall, it's looking pretty good. It fits in pretty good. There's a 36-inch width, and that'll be good to put some wheels in, parts for the CRX, parts for the other cars. you know, just be able to, you know, get everything sandblasted and ready for powder coat if I want to powder coat things. But that's what it looks like from the outside. Not too crazy. When I get my shop, it'll be a lot better. I'll have the shop back here, and I'll be able to move all this equipment stuff out there, and it'll be a blessing to have all these big equipment stuff to work on everything. I have people that come over to the house and it's like, man, you got this tool, you got that tool, and I mean, you're only good as your tool. So if you have all the right tools for all the right projects, you know, you'll be good to go. All right, guys, so I got it over here and I've been playing with it. I had this problem where if I connected this box to the plugs in my garage, when I would click it on, it would trip the breakers, and it would trip the GFI. So I wasn't sure about that. I kept going in different plugs, different outlets, and it would still trip every one of them. So I wasn't sure why it would do that. You know, I was already looking into trying to rewire it just for some other different lights and different things. And then I tried the blower, and I was like, okay, let me try this blower with the cap on and everything. I plugged that in. Every time I plug this in, which is not a big blower, it looks like a, you know, just a basic fan, and I plugged that in, and every time I plugged that in also, it did trip the breaker also. So been trying to figure it out. I had some extra extension cord wire from some Christmas lights that I usually wire up. So I usually cut the ends off and I use them for Christmas lights. So I cut the end off and I went ahead and put them in here. This is how it was, the old wire was, just like this, the ground, the positive, the negative, everything like that. And I take the plug and I plug it into this junction box here. Now we got power. Now we turn this off here. Turns that off, turns the light off in there, turns off the blower. Let's see if it turns on again. There's the light. There the bulbs up there. Blower's there. I think we got it working, guys. To get this, turn it off. To get this plug over here working, I did the same thing. I took off the power cable on this one also, and did another line just like this because I had one extra. So I did both. I redid both plugs basically, just because they must have been. Let's see if I can find the plug. Here's the plug here. They must have been, you know, just, I don't know, afraid, or, you know, they had they must have had a short in it. I mean, these are kind of old plugs, so it must have been something in this plug that wasn't wired right. Maybe it was wired backwards, but who knows? You know, I just went ahead and redid the whole wiring itself. So here's the other one. This is for the top cap for the blower. This is the wiring for it. All the way down here. Here's the plug. So just got all new plugs for it, I guess, and everything works now. So now the next thing to do is to take this plug out of here, put my plug in here, cinch it down so you don't pull it, and then put this top cap back on, and we should be good to go. Good to go and sandblast. I still got to figure out some of the air spots here to figure out how that works. I mean, I could plug it in my chuck here. I haven't really used it yet. There might be some leaks here, but I could plug my chuck in here and see how that works. I haven't done it yet. It's my first time. Okay, so turn down the pressure. Or actually turning up the pressure, my bad. Yeah. It says we're at 130. It's supposed to be connected to the foot pedal. I kind of mocked it up already. I don't know if it's gonna work, but let's see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's going down. This is the plug right here that goes to the gun. Oh yeah, that's a lot of pressure in there. Yep, so foot pedal's working. I'll be able to do that. Let me turn off the compressor so you don't hear all that noise. So the air system's working, probably has some leaks. I just have to go and check it out, and then put a gun towards it. Now it didn't come with a gun, but I'm thinking I am going to use the gun that I used. Oh, also the bulbs, one of the bulbs didn't work, so I replaced that. But I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and use this gun that was with my little basic Harborfreight gun, and that'll get me by. I can plug it up right here on the bottom, take off this regulator because there's already a regulator in the system, put the siphon tube right here for the sump, and it does have a trigger, so I could go and just, you know, put a rubber band or strap this thing so the trigger's always down, so I don't have to worry about that, or just put the gloves on and use the trigger for it, you know. So that's where I'm at on it so far. I'm gonna go ahead and put this top back on, put this all squared away, push it back to where it goes, and we'll see how it works. Let's get that done. All right, got the cord all wrapped up, went around the back, plugged into the box, got the box done, got it plugged in. Let's see if it turns on. Blower works. I know the lights are getting power, the fluorescent lights, but sometimes they turn on, sometimes they don't. So I might switch that over to the LEDs because it's just kind of frustrating. I'm not sure if it's the ballast or what, but they want to turn on sometimes, and then sometimes they don't. Let's see if I give it another try real quick. See, they turn on every once in a while, so that's kind of finicky. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm not sure if it's a connection or what. I'm gonna try to troubleshoot a little bit more, but I mean, that's kind of just, you know, whatever. But yeah, everything's working. I went ahead and put this gun on here just, you know, show if it, you know, proof of concept. You still need to get the siphon tube, which pulls from here, installed, and see what it goes. I pull the trigger and the foot pedal. Yeah, she's working. So that's good there. Like I said, I need the siphon that goes down here to the hopper, so that way it picks up from here and brings it up into here, and then, you know, you can blast your media. So still gotta do that. I do need to put another foam gasket around here, so I'll go and continue looking for one of those and install that, so that way you can go. And I'm gonna figure out a latch here so that we can cinch it down and it's tight, so nothing comes out, because I do know you gotta have these pretty tight so stuff doesn't come out. The hole over here on this side, which I thought was the light originally, that's for the vacuum, which is the vacuum over here for it to vacuum out all the debris. I do have a tube for it, but it's not long enough, and I mean, this was in a shop, so it has holes in here, and they just kind of like taped it up to do what it needs to do. But it's really not that long, because I want to put this vacuum over here on this side, the station, because I put it over here, it's going to be kind of hard to get to, and when I have to empty it out, because you got to open up this, take the top off, and there's a bag in there that you empty it out. So I'd rather have it go around, come back around here, and here, so that way I have access to it. But it's all working. Really happy with it. I'm glad I got this for such a deal, you know, for free. You can't beat it. Like I said, I was using the hopper over there originally, and it worked fine, but it does get a lot of stuff in your eyes, and I did want a blasting cabinet from the beginning. It's just, you know, it's hard to find one, and I did find one, but then the guy went out and bailed on me, so I didn't end up getting it. But yeah, we're gonna be able to blast some parts here and really try to powder coat some stuff, you know. Probably next video is I'll start learning how to powder coat and work with some powder, and see how that goes. You know, like I said, I'm just trying to learn new crafts and learn new techniques and things like that. And, you know, it's fun for me to learn these things. So that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see y'all guys on the next one. Later.